Yes, just now I spoke about now that determinism and the possibilism. Now you can see that now that which is visible. So naturalization of human mean nature control the human activity. So nature not given any chance to choose na human na according to his na choice. So that period is called na determinism. So that period now the people are na primitive stage. They did not know anything. So they totally depend on the na nature. Next, that possibilism. See, the possibilism means the human which developed due to the development of this knowledge after the 14th century. You can find out that various development took place in and around the world. For example, Ferdinand Magellan, who sailed around the world, he proved that our Earth is spherical. Number one. Second one is various that European colonization took place. So they were explore. They will travel in a different part of the country in the world, and they were dominated. So wherever resources are there, people started make using the resource and converting the value product. So comes human comes in a human resource, human made resource. So human resource mean human having all kind of talent, skill, ability, knowledge. So because of that only he was improved a lot. He converted all the raw material into value product. So wherever nature is to provide various resource, that resource he was certain converting into valuable resource. That is about this is how man was started. So today you can see that, for example say concept like for example friction and heat helped us discover fire. Similarly, understanding that on the secret of DNA and genetic enable us to conquer many diseases. So we use law of aerodynamic to develop faster planes. You can see that knowledge about nature is extremely important to develop technology, and technology loosen the shackles of environment on human being. So today you can see that one side that human was developed, he make use of all the resource. Now he made us that nature is inactive, but man became active. So that is why today we are facing lot of environmental problem now, because now we are polluting our environment using of various resource. So this is because of that level of technology was very low, and the stages of human social development was also primitive. This is comes in determination. Those days people depend on the nature only. But today you can see that human society and the strong force of nature was termed as environmental determinism. So environmental determinism means how man can control the nature. For example, you can see that traffic police. So how a signal lights control the traffic. This also comes in environmental determinism. Next coming to okay, now you can see that now the people began to understand their environment and the force of nature with the passage of time. That means different period of time now the development took place in the world. See, from the 14th century to today, you can see that now 21st century lot of development took place in and around the world. This is comes under possibilism. So now you can see that those scholar, they are called possibilism school of thought. For example, Griffith Taylor introduced another concept of that which reflect the middle path between the two idea of environmental determinism and possibilism. For example, he termed as neo-determinism. Now, stop and go determinism. That means those of you now who live in cities and those who have visited a city might have seen that traffic is regulated by lights on the crossroad. Red light means stop. Now, amber light means provide a gap between the red and green light to get set, and green light mean go. So the concept show that neither is there is a situation of absolute necessity, nor is there is a condition of absolute freedom. So this period is called neo-determinism. So man was not developed. Then coming to now human geography through corridor quarter of time. That means how human the geography was developed different period of time from the primitive stage, from the now before the 14th century, then after now 14th century till date now we can find out now various drastically changed due to the development technology, science and technology, development of medical science. Like that now the medical science which now control the many disease. Like that now technology now develop now different fastest different mode of now transport. These all are now comes under now that possibilism. Then coming to next one is see the period, the approach, now the broad no feature. See early colonial period. So this is started in the 14th century exploration and discovery. So during this period only European started now find out now various now country. First they were found that North America. So they thought that it is India. Then after they came to know the Red Indians. Then after only Columbus discovered that North America. Then after in India you can see the people who discover zero to India. Now Vasco da Gama. So he was now one of the pioneer to develop that India and Southeast Asian country. Then later colonial period. Now you can see that later colonial period. Okay, various the colonization took place in a different part in the world. Now from 14th to 20th century. Now, like then 1930 through the interwar period, aerial differentiation. So they started identifying the region, understanding how and why it was different from other. So the aerial differentiation to study about different type of landscape like mountain, plain, valley, plateau, like that. Then after 1950 to 1960, spatial organization. So during this period, you can find out map become very important. They started using the map for warfare and other thing. So that this then after they introduced mathematics like quantitative revolution took place. Then main objective was identify mappable pattern of the different human activity. Then after 1970, now you can see that during 1970, emergence of humanistics, radical and behavioral school. So different school of thought developed. So after many branch of science that was developed from geography. For example, geology. Geo mean earth. Geology means studying about the structure. So now geology means studying about the rock and the rock structure. Like now biology. Bio means life. Logy means structure. So everything which was started from the originated from the geography. So geography is known as mother of all science.